Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the event where we're going to talk about AI a lot. I'm Ashok Manchana. I'm the CEO of ChatFin. I work on AI for finance, and I talk about AI and day out. But today I'm very excited to be part of this panel because now I'm with the folks who are working in the AI, working with AI, and also they have been answering all the questions about AI to their board, to their employees, to the vendors. So that makes this panel very exciting. And I will start with introduction. Introduce yourself.
Uh, Thank you, Ashok. Hello, everyone. I'm Julian Sifliku. I'm the Division Financial Controller for the Kroger Company here in Michigan, U.S. I got to say that I'm excited today being with you guys all, and I would say it's an honor. A little bit about me. A little bit, I would say that all my career has been in retail. I started working as a seafood clerk, and then I took some responsibilities running stores as a store leader. Then after that, I handled several roles in division office as in merchandising and operation capacity. And in the last 15 years, I'm locked in finance. And I started, I had different roles in finance as a financial analyst, and then as a assistant controller, CFO in multiple states around U.S. Glad to be here with you today and discussing the topics of importance of automating the traditional finance and driving growth. Thank you, Ashu.
Thanks, Jude. Teddy, can you introduce yourself along with what is the strangest way of you have seen using AI?
Thanks for having me. Hi, my name's Teddy Collins. I'm the VP of Corporate Finance at SeatGeek. We are a ticket marketplace in the US, and we've about a 15-year-old company. We have just under 1,000 employees, and over half of our personnel is kind of in the R&D function. So AI is top of mind for how we integrate that into the products and pricing services that we offer at SeatGeek. But excited to kind of talk about kind of the implications on the finance and the office of the CFO. I think we've definitely taken an approach where we're leveraging our partners like Brex to do a lot of the heavy lifting on the areas that aren't core to the ticketing products that we offer. I think some of the things I like to do on the weekend are just kind of read about all what's on the bleeding edge of enterprise software and finance. It's fun for me. So I love to always kind of prompting the chat GPTs of the world of kind of what's out there, how do they compare, kind of synthesize a lot of that large information into kind of just digestible bits for me.
Thanks, Teddy. Eric?
Nice to be here. Thank you, Ashok. And my name's Eric Joe. I'm the Chief Accounting Officer at Brex. I joined Brex when we were a little organization of around 65 people. Today we're 1,200. We're really happy to be sponsoring this event. Our business is to provide corporate cards to other businesses. So we're a corporate card issuer. We pair that with a spend management platform to manage all the spend for your corporate card. And we also provide banking and commercial treasury services to our clients. In terms of my background, before Brex, I was at Pricewaterhouse for 11 years. So worked my way through the ranks there and spent 6 years in New York, 5 years in San Francisco, but all kind of auditing multinational financial institutions. AI has been a big topic at Brex ourselves, like both for the product that we give to our customers, as well as internally within the accounting and finance org. So happy to be here today to discuss this.
And Eric, what is the strangest way you have seen AI being used?
So I'm going to go a different direction because we're probably going to talk about finance a lot. My kids like using ChatGPT, and what they like to do is they like to give it tough drawing questions. So it'll prompt ChatGPT to draw like one single kernel of corn. And it has a tough time. It just has a really tough time doing that. Like it'll draw baby corn, but not a single one. So it's pretty funny.
That's right. We all think AI is going to conquer the world, and still now it can't draw a simple thing at this point of time. I'm sure it's going to evolve in the future, but that's the current state of AI. Always, always giving us what we don't want, right? Or at least sometimes. So let's get started. And first question that I want to ask everyone is, and I think everyone is curious to know, is about now there's a lot of AI conversations happening in the organization, from board to the employee level with vendors. How are people within your organization reacting to that? Are we at a stage where, initially there are companies, there are mandates not to use any ChatGPT or any of the products within the company, but currently after almost 18 to 24 months, how are people within your organization reacting to it?
I can go first if you guys don't mind. And for the audience here, just you guys can see I'm surrounded by pros here. All of them are pros. They use AI for leading, and we in retail and kind of receiving end on that. But first, I'm going to say this: that automation process in finance is more like you see that it's not just a question of if, right? It's more like when, how you pursue that, how you develop that, how you sustain, the process that you have. And we know that, if you look at general IE, in a nutshell, it's like creating a new content, right? And ideas based on, how the user prompts is. So it's kind of giving the users, giving us, giving retail, giving finance, the new content and ideas, and, giving like a new output on analyzing, the large set of data that we receive and use spreadsheets and all that, and to find that what is the common pattern. Okay. For example, I'm doing an analysis, right, for, let's say, for any customer behavior. Okay, what is the common data for that group? How about, the state varies, is different from one state to another. And then after that creates the new outputs. So with this being said, let's say within the organization, certainly there is a positivity. It's a positive way of accepting that, and in regards to any developments in AI as it relates to finance. So in this case, it's like the question, why AI? Why now, not later? Okay. There are a variety of reasons. And I'm going to say first, reduction of manual processes. Here in finance, I can tell you, we used to use a lot of manual process entries and all that. Now, not anymore. It's more like automatic, right? The reduction of human errors, I would say, as a result of, manual processes. Allocation of time. This is very, very important, folks. Allocation of time, that from manual, systems that we used before, we got plenty of time now to go in different direction, to go in planning, strategic planning, looking at what need to add, what value need to add on the analysis, provide better data accuracy, and eliminate any errors you might find across. And finally providing, it needs to be, the financial statements needs to be reliable, and the assurance as well. And that has value in both private and the public or organization. So
Right. Yeah. Terry, how is your organization taking AI?
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah, I think when we think about like things we can do to be innovative at SeatGeek, it kind of comes down to like one or two things. How can we figure out how to sell more tickets, either for our customers, ticket sellers, our enterprise partners, or how can we do more with less? Like in the office of the CFO, like in general, like supportive of where we can allocate capital for the people who know how to drive product innovation to sell more tickets. But as far as being more efficient, I think we've really kind of been leveraging our partners. I'll kind of give an example and kind of shout out to Brex one time where, before we used Brex, expense reports, people are filling out expense reports manually, everything's coming through 100% manual coding. And now with a partner like Brex, who's hyper-focused on leveraging AI to eliminate manual processes, over 99.7% of our entries come in coded exactly how they want to with the Brex rules engine. And they're using their hundreds of engineers to focus on problem statements like that. Our hundreds of engineers are working on how to make a delightful ticket buying and selling experiences. So I think across our kind of enterprise software suite, definitely taking a best of breed approach, and it's how can we answer customer questions more efficiently with our help desk software or our product feature request software, and with a different ERP and other planning softwares, really leveraging what's being done in the industries where people are working on those vertical applications has been super important. I think there's a lot of testing. There's definitely buy-in that there's something there, and we're trying a lot of things and doing it in a, I think, responsible governance fashion as well.
Right. And is there an AI transformation that is happening within your organization?
Yeah.
Brex,
sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
No, I was going to just say that within Brex itself, certainly within the accounting and finance function, there are a lot of operations that we're doing a lot of testing with AI vendors on, or existing vendors that have now launched AI kind of capabilities. I don't think there's anything. Here's my take on generative AI as it stands today. It's taking robotic process automation that's existed for the last 10 to 15 years and making those processes a little bit more dynamic, so that they're not just successful 70% of the time, but they're successful perhaps 90% of the time. So I have the benefit of seeing like the polls here, like, and how people think, there's going to be a lot of help for flux analysis, AR, AP management. That's actually exactly what Brex in my team is working on right now. We're looking at AI support analysis, where the AI will look at the transaction detail from 1 month to the next and actually generate like just like in ChatGPT, and like what the explanation for the change is month over month. And that saves a lot of my team, like time on my team, from eyeballing basically the list and coming up with the write-up. And we just hand it off to FP&A to do the investigation with the business as needed. So that's just an example, but we're definitely looking at ways for the tool to save time on my team.
Right. Eric, particularly in your accounting and finance team, do you have a set AI roadmap at this point of time where you listed all your use cases and you're like, okay, let's try all this stuff?
I would say at Brex, we're not quite at the scale of company to kind of have like we're still growing a lot. I think the way we work at Brex is still pretty dynamic. I have a set of processes that we think AI can really provide some ROI, and that's kind of our roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months. But beyond that, first of all, I think it's tough for me to even gauge where AI is going to be in 12 months.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to make a plan past that.